3 years, ever since Freshers Week of our
Freshers
first
Week.
year.
First
Yeah.
game was Newport County away. No,
Yeah.
here,
Home.
sitting in the stagecoach stand.
Yeah.
Yeah, uninspiring.
It was one of the probably least inspiring games we've been to. It was
Raining,
I think we
yep.
lost, was it 2-0 loss?
2-0 loss.
It was pretty terrible. But then the next game was the Devon Derby.
I'd say, what made you come back?
So yeah, that was the one I think they gripped us.
Yeah, I think the only reason we did come back really was the Devon Derby.
Yeah.
And then that was a 3-1 win, and since then we were hooked.
Yeah, it was that last minute winner from. I know it was like 3-1. I think it was. Scott Bennett scored the last minute.
So that was the first time we experienced the bank.
Yeah.
Being the big bank, much better than the stagecoach stand.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So had you been in the stagecoach stand before?
So yeah, that was the Newport County stagecoach, and yeah, we didn't really know what the big bank was. I thought we'd try it out for the Plymouth game, and yeah.
I think neither of us had ever stood at a match before, so we were like, oh, we might get tired. And then, and then for the Devon Derby, like, you have to go on the big bank because that's where it happens. And we haven't left since.
Yeah.
That's excellent. So
Really
you've
good.
gone to the big bank since?
Ever since.
3
From
years.
one time you won a competition, didn't you?
Yeah.
And we got to sit in the main stand, which is an honour.
Yeah. Posh seats.
No, that's fantastic. Excellent. So what is it that you like about the club?
I think for me, coming from before uni, I supported Liverpool, so a much bigger team. I only rarely went to like big Premier League games. It's just kind of the closeness, the closeness to the club, the kind of family feel.
I think you feel valued as well. Like, you feel
much
like
more valued.
you're needed. Like if you're a Premier League fan or whatever, you're one of like 40,000 people. So if you go, no one really minds. But when there aren't as many supporters, and you definitely feel like you're needed there and you're valued, and it's much easier to get involved as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think one thing I've noticed, and everyone who's come with me has mentioned, that you can almost like feel like the players can hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Which if you're sitting like Row Z in like the Emirates or anywhere Premier League, it's just not the right thing. So yeah, it's just much different, much more.
Yeah, it's a completely different experience.
Yeah.
It's like
Definitely.
Fantastic. And do you have any like particular teams or players that you remember that stood out to you? Because obviously it's changed a lot in the last.
It has. Yeah, there's
changed a lot.
a fair amount of rotation in the squad.
I think Matt Grimes was obviously a good stand-up because everyone knew, even though he was young, that he was incredibly talented. The free kicks he scored was always, you knew when he had a free kick in front of the bank, it was always going to be close to being a goal at least, if not a goal.
He was one of those players that just completely stood out as well.
Yeah.
Like, you knew from the moment he touched the ball that he was like the best player on the pitch practically. He was just so composed, and the way he held himself as well was just like, it was completely different to any other League Two player.
Yeah, I don't think we ever really replaced him fully, have we? It's
No.
quite hard. Well, we'll see with Ethan, but
Yeah,
you know.
well, absolutely. That's the next one, isn't he?
And then I guess players like David Noble, Matt Gill, people like that who kind of epitomise kind of the kind of hard, gritty nature of the club. The guys who wouldn't be afraid to put in a tackle, wouldn't be afraid to get involved in like confrontation, and just really kind of got the big bank kind of shouting, which is something that League Two is really good.
Yeah.
Really good to see.
I think another thing I really like about Exeter is the way they're so, well, kind of, they have to be reliant on the academy, but in a way that's so good. It's really good to see players coming through who are Exeter born and bred, and you can see they really like value playing for the club, and it really means like a lot to them. Because you do get the occasional sort of journeyman striker and stuff who just come and sort of pick up their wage, but you know that players like Jordan Moore-Taylor, someone like that, really like, he knows what the club's about. He knows what it means to play for the team, and that's a big pro for the club.
I think as well, Clinton Morrison, obviously a standout just for fan kind of well, not comedy value, but kind of fan value. Like, he loved the fans, he knew what the fans stood for, and the whole kind of journey to his first goal when he scored that bicycle kick against Stevenage. We saw it on TV. Yeah, we weren't actually there. We were in a pub in London, but we stood up in that pub. I think we were the only ones in the pub, weren't we? We weren't mental.
In the pub, yeah.
But no, he was just great. He knew what the fans were. He knew what Exeter stood for, and yeah, really good for kind of motivation and morale. Definitely.
So you started Grecian Society. How's that going?
Really good. So we kind of, in our second year, we thought we wanted to get more students involved. So we spoke to the club about setting up some kind of student ambassador scheme, which we did in our second year. Instead of just selling tickets on campus, getting some students down here, and that worked really well. We sold, I think one game we sold over 200, which we're really pleased with. And then this year, coming back for our final year, we want to kind of take it one step further. So we actually made a proper society, again working with the club, to offer kind of really good discounts. So every new member gets a free ticket to their first game. Really good offer. And then yeah, we're like 4 weeks in now, and we've got 270 odd members.
Heading towards 300.
So really pleased with the
happy with
results.
that.
Yeah, the response has been amazing, to be honest. Really good.
Fantastic. And do you think the students, like, because obviously there seems to be a bit of a divide between the students in the city. Do you think that this is a nice way of, what do you
Yeah.
why you set up Grecian
I think,
Society?
yeah, we've talked to some people who think that like giving students cheaper tickets is kind of, it doesn't really make a lot of sense because they're just going to come to a couple of games and then go back to London or whatever. But I definitely feel that, well, me and Dom are great examples of it. You get hooked and then you're a fan for life and you're going to away games and you're buying shirts and you're buying whatever. And that's something we're just trying to promote with the students because you go to a couple of games and you're hooked suddenly. So, and I think that's basically what we're trying to do.
It's something that the majority of students have never experienced, like I'd never experienced.
Yeah.
Like they're used to supporting the big Man U, Chelsea, Man City. They don't really know what League Two is, don't know what it's like. They don't know that it's still got a really good atmosphere, good quality football still-ish. But no, so they get hooked, they definitely do. And it's good to have a second team. So you have Man U as your first team or whoever, but then you have Exeter as your uni team, and then you get gripped and you'll be there for life, definitely.